Yeah. All right. Then scoot that way if you could.
Let's let some people load up.
All right, we're here, boys.
What's up? What we got in the chat so far? J Mac Customs, what's up, brother? We see you doing big things. Juminati 82, Hopeless 22, Fosgate, talking with Tank. What's good, bro? Phil from Shirley, Joe 757, Smith, Drodo, you here with us? Mets Hype. Who else is here? Fosgate, what's up, fellas? Mets mom, Tina Garcia. Talking with Tank. What's up, my brothers? Chilling, brother. Chilling. We're just waiting for some people to come into the chat. We would like to play some music for you, but last time we played music, they cut us off because we didn't have the rights to it. So we're working on a song for you guys too.
Yeah.
Drodo, how you feeling? J Mac Customs.
Feeling good. I'm
what up, Phil from Shirley?
On the road to recovery.
Hirsh Dustings. What's up, brother? We're going to tap in Hirsh Dustings around 9:15. All right? That's when we're going to get you on here around 9:15. Tap in, and then we'll conduct the interview with you. So everybody who don't know, Hirsh Dustings will be on our live tonight. All right.
Yep, and eventually Mets Hype. Welcome,
Brimming 365. Copper Clarence. What's good? Amy 722. All right.
All right. What's up, everybody?
Welcome. What's up?
Welcome to another beautiful Wednesday night with your friends of Flushing, brought to you by Amazing Met Zone. Happy to be back this week, ladies and gentlemen. Here with with Styles Unique here, our captain. We got Amazing Camren on this side. We got Drew Minotti in the chat.
Shout out Phil from Shirley.
Phil from Shirley. We'll have
shout out Mets Hype.
Mets Hype, of course.
Yep, yes,
Amazing
sir.
_ Camren right here. I think it would be tough to, and J Mac Customs hit it right off the bat. I think it would be tough to start this live without saying like a huge thank you and appreciation to all our followers and our family that we have here. It was a bit of a crazy week. Had some stuff go on. My gallbladder decided it hated me. Immense amount of love and support from this channel, so I couldn't possibly thank you guys more. I was in there just waiting to get back to try and push out more content and be back on this live with you guys. So, much love. Thank you guys so much for all your support and everything. And, it's all family. It's all love on this side here. Everyone's appreciated, of course. Let's see. We got J Mac saying, what's up, Cam? J Mac Customs, the best around. True. We got Brimming in here. What's up, everybody? How about Justin Verlander tonight, chat? How about JV tonight? Like, killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it. Like, this is awesome. We got an exciting little night for everybody tonight, right? We got Hirsh coming in. He's a little bit different than our normal guy. He's not like particularly a sports guy, but he's a diehard Met fan.
Yes,
we love that. You know what I mean? We love that around here. Talking with Tank, Orange and Blue Hearts all day.
All day.
Of course. Oh, he's at the game.
He's at the game. Okay.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go. So we got, there's some exciting stuff coming up in the future too. That the vintage outing will be cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
August 18th. To those who don't follow,
is it 18th or 19th?
I thought it was the 18th.
I'm not too sure.
For vintage, it's either the 18th or the 19th. There's a bar opening in Queens called Murphy's Bar, and Vintage is having an outing there,
watch party there. Yeah.
It's a real cool spot. The guy dedicated the whole place to the Mets. He's got TVs and Mets. Mets stuff everywhere in this bar. It'll be a cool spot. Check out Vintage Mets page if you're not following him. You should be. Yeah, we love him, of course. Road to World Series.
No, you can't go in there. It's 21 and over, guy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we'll find a good spot. Huh?
The setup for the evening.
Huh?
The setup for the evening.
Oh, yes. We got 9:15. We'll have Hirsh on here as well. So we got a few minutes to burn. A lot of trade rumors. Stop listening to random stuff that you guys see. I said this in Vintages Live the other day. I said this to the guys in the chat, other people. Mauricio was not called up. So the next guy, this same guy has been saying Mauricio has been called up for the past 2 months.
And we all jumped on board and followed it.
As if it's a thing. Don't believe it until you got like Martino saying it or somebody that's legitimate when it comes to that, because it's not happening. But really the question is, if we have a few minutes to talk before Hirsh comes, what is wrong with Ronnie Mauricio? This is my big question. If he's tearing the cover off the ball, because his numbers are great. He's major league ready. right? What's wrong with him that they're not yanking him up?
Is it the position? Trying to find the right position?
But I don't know, because you could shift Lindor. He's played the outfield a few times. Is there an issue, like, character-wise with this guy? I'm just wondering. I want to know, because I want to see the kid. I'm excited for him. You know, like, I wonder what is going on that they're not. They gave Vientos the chance, and then they kind of didn't really give him reps and stuff like that. So, are they just keeping him there because they don't think they could bring him up and give him the reps, and they don't want to, like, make the mistake they made with Vientos again? Or is there an actual problem here? Is that ankle lingering from last month? Like what could it be?
I'm not sure, but everybody's waiting for him to.
He's acting like a sloth on the field lately. Fosgate said.
Okay.
So maybe there's a hustle.
Well, Fosgate will know, because he's there in Syracuse and he goes to the games and watches them. So if anybody knows, he's him and Serena Post are our ends for the Syracuse Mets over there. So they'll know. If anybody knows, it's them. So
and hopefully Serena's feeling better too. I know she mentioned, I saw her post on Twitter that she got so sunburned that her face was literally like burning off.
My God. Feel better.
So
yeah,
hopefully
feel
she
better.
feels better. Fosgate, you know, I know she's not in here, so send all our love and support over to her, of course. Vintage Mets, shout out, brother.
Vintage.
Welcome to the live. We were just talking about your viewing party. Is it the 18th or the 19th?
It's the 19th. J-Mac Custom wrote the 19th.
It's the 19th? Perfect. Yes. Perfect. And of course, you know, salute to that. He said, we got you covered. So that's what I'm wondering. I was wondering if there was a character issue with him to where they haven't brought him up. Because you got a kid hitting 300. His defense numbers are solid. He's got a ton of RBIs, this guy. So it's weird to think that you wouldn't pull him up and play a guy like Yorme instead, or play a guy like Vogelbach instead. Maybe there's a character issue. So I appreciate pointing that out, of course, because, you know, who knows? Princess Unicorn, let's go Mets, let's go. Vintage Mets, let's go, brother. You know, happy to be back as well. I was glad to be in your live this the other day too. What a cool spot that Murphy's Bar was. That place is gonna be awesome.
that looks awesome. We're excited. Yeah, Vintage. Cam wants to know. He said he'll show up, but he won't drink.
I'll drink water.
Met type, bro.
Yeah, Met type. What's up, brother? What's good? What's good?
We miss you, man. Hopefully we'll see you here next week with us. Hopefully to tell the little nephew how lucky he is to have you on a Wednesday night here.
Bremen 365 says Road to the World Series starts now.
We didn't have a hit to the sixth inning today. Had a huge comeback, tied at 3 now. All right, let's go.
Alvarez, another base hit.
Yep. Justin Verlander just came out with 100 pitches, and he went 8 innings, 100 pitches. Now, that is what we've been waiting for. That's what we're talking about.
Serena Post joined.
Yeah, Serena, welcome to the chat.
Yes.
Hopefully you're feeling better. We just mentioned you, of course. Just lost the lead, spoke too soon. Hey, man, listen. Whether it's AAA, AA, single A, or the major leagues, they're still Mets. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? We still love them. It just is what it is, I guess. You know, we'll root for them and we'll love them. Unfortunately, we took their 2 best players and put them up here. So what can you do? I guess. But so we got an interesting show because Hirsh is kind of an interesting person to talk to here.
Yes.
Leading up to that. He does a lot of like writing and works more in like the TV and like media era, but not necessarily sports media.
He worked for News 12, a couple channels. From what I know, he's Emmy Award winning. So we're looking forward to the conversation with him shortly. He tapped into the live last night while we were at the game, so it was it was a little difficult to hear what was going on from there because the stadium was really loud. So we invited him to join the show tonight so that way we could have a better interview with him and conversation. He could tell you guys a little about himself and what he does and, how he became a Met fan and his love for the Mets. So we're excited for that. So in about a minute, he should tap in. I think he might be tapping in now.
There.
So let's see.
All different walks of life and different stories and stuff on this channel.
Make sure you drop the hearts for us. Yeah. I seen in the chat. I don't have the phone in front of me. But they say they appreciate what we do.
There he is.
There he goes.
Hey, what's up, guys? What up? What's up, everyone?
What's up, man? Glad to have you with us tonight.
Hey, I'm thrilled. Thanks for having me here.
So for everybody who's watching, just tell them your name, what is it you do, your Instagram handle, so they know where to find you and how to reach and contact you.
Yeah, my name is Kyle. You can call me Hirsh. That's my nickname. I've been living on Long Island all my life, born and raised. Always been a Mets fan, lifelong. This year was really interesting, though. This is really the year I really became more of a passionate Met fan, if anything. I've always been a fan. I mean, I've gone to games, I've done the whole 9 yards, but this year was different for a lot of reasons, for quite a lot of reasons. You can find me at Hirsh Does Things on Instagram, my TikTok as well, Hirsh96. I host a podcast. I recently spoke with the in-game host, who you might have seen last night at the stadium, Mike Janella. Wonderful guy to speak with. It's a good time to be a Mets fan. I mean, granted, the team's not doing as well as we thought they would, but it's just a great time to be a Mets fan.
Yes, definitely. I agree with you on that. So, tell them, how did you become a Met fan? You say you're a lifelong Met fan.
Yeah.
What got you into rooting for the Mets, watching the Mets? Was it a family member? Was it your first game you ever went to? Or tell us a little about that.
Yeah, I mean, it all really started from my grandfather. My grandfather, actually, believe it or not, God rest his soul, he went to Jackie Robinson's debut back in 1947.
Oh, wow.
So he was, he was there April 15th, 1947 in Ebbets Field, and he got to see him, do his thing. And he became like a big baseball fan. And he gave me this old Mets hat that I wish I still had from like 1965. And that's what just sparked my love for the team. And eventually, back where I live, we had like a Target open up, and Keith Hernandez and Ron Darling were there. And when I was a little baby, I had a little onesie that they signed for me, and I don't know where it is, but I still have it somewhere. It's probably in storage or whatever.
Awesome.
But yeah, that was like my first, at least, interaction with Mets royalty in a way. And yeah, I mean, I went to my first game actually very late in my life. Actually, I went to my first game at 12 at Shea Stadium, and I remember the game exactly. It was August 20th, 2008. Like maybe a few weeks or so, and the Mets just won. Put it in the books. Yeah, August 20th, 2008. We were facing the Braves. Just like a few weeks after Daniel Murphy made his debut, and I remember David Wright hit a home run, and Mike Pelfrey pitched a complete game. 6-3 was the final score. It was like
you couldn't ask for a better game.
It was a fantastic game, and of course, my favorite player at the time was Jose Reyes. So I was dying to see Jose, and I was so happy to see him on the field. At least I think he got a hit or two. But then, of course, seeing the apple come up when David Wright hit that home run, that was just something special. And it would actually be like maybe I would say like 7 years before I went to my second game, my first at Citi Field. Yeah, I went to the final home game of 2015 when they made that amazing World Series run, and it was fun. And ever since then, I've gone to as many games as I could. And this year, I'm trying to outdo my best, which is I think like I've done 7 in a year. I want to try to beat that.
Yeah. Sure.
I've done 4. I've done 4 so far.
Okay. I mean, we're in the second half of the season, so you still have time.
Yeah, I still have time. I mean, usually this year what I've been doing is I've been doing like the batting practice stuff, so I'd be on the field before the game, checking out the scenes and stuff. What's really cool is like you met Brandon Nimmo last night, in the parking lot. He came up. I think he was the only Met player that came up and actually met with everybody, and he was like super nice and everything. And, even the Rays players, because when I went the last time, it was the Rays. I met like Rosarina, Paredes, and there were just so many cool players from that team. But listen, I'm a grown up. I'm a grown up. But Mr. and Mrs. Men are my absolute favorite part of going to the games.
There you
I
go.
love seeing this. I love seeing those two, and it kind of. This is gonna sound weird, and it's gonna kind of get a little deep. But honestly, I honestly don't know if I'd be here right now if it weren't for Mr. and Mrs. Met and the Perk Patrol. I'm just gonna be quite honest with you, because millions of people around the country and the world, I deal with I deal with mental illness and I deal with depression.
Okay.
And a few days before the home opener, I had a situation where I felt unsafe. A couple days after, I decided, I got back to my senses, and I went to the game just to kind of clear my thoughts, just to figure out, how to get through it. And it was a beautiful day. It was a cold day, chilly, but it was a nice day. I've never been to an opening day game in my life, so it was always something to try. Why not? And it turns out that game was exactly what I needed. Going to, meet Mr. and Mrs. Met, and, I decided, instead of a photo, which I usually do, I wanted to try and do a little skit, because you see my page. I like doing content creation and, media and stuff. So I wanted to try something fun. So this is actually based on a true story. I was at the game, last year where Brandon Nimmo made that amazing catch in center field. I was at that game. I was in the 7 line, so I saw everything. That day, I went to batting practice. I brought my friend Nick, who's actually a Yankee fan, but I invited him along to check it out for the first time, and he loved it. So the mascots came around. They were doing pictures and stuff. Mr. Met came around. I'm like, dude, can I get a hug, dude? And he gives me this giant bear hug, and it was like he almost choked me in a way. But it was and then I asked Mrs. Met for one, and she does. I'm going to show you this. An air hug. Nothing. Denied. Flat out rejected. I felt so awful. Not really. But and then I pointed out, you may have seen it in my Instagram, I asked her, hey, you know what? I'm mad. Let's settle the score. Give me a hug right now. And she gives me this nice little hug and everything. And, that was the skit. It went perfectly. It was exactly how I planned it. So I go back to my seat, and I'm checking the footage to make sure it looked good, because I didn't know how the guy who I gave the camera to did it. It came out great, by the way. But there was a frame that I stopped at. And I took a moment, and it was just touching, in a way. Because God, it had been over a year at that point where anyone had showed me any sort of affirmation in a long time, like literally a year. And I just started bawling in my seat. I was just so warm. And I thought to myself, why do I want to stop this feeling of warmth when I could come here every time and, be at this place where I call my second home. And, there's more to life, than just worrying about, the daily grind and everything. This team is my getaway. And because of that, I am eternally grateful for not only the Mets, the organization, but the Perk Patrol and everyone who's involved with it. In fact, the next time I go, I want to give them a little present. I want to give them a little gift to show my appreciation.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
You're so right about that too, because the sport is just bigger than everything. You know what I mean? The environment at the ballpark, being there, it's like a form of dopamine that's different. And it's so good that you're going more often, especially if you find something that's mentally healthy.
Of course.
To do, I do personally. I mean, I go to as many games as humanly possible. It's because that's the #1 place where I'm the happiest, and I go there and everything just settles in, and it's great. So it's beautiful that, you know, if you had this time of struggle, and then, you know, baseball, some things are bigger than baseball, as odd as that is to admit, because we eat, sleep, breathe baseball every day. Some things, it's just bigger than that. So the fact that the Mets and that camaraderie and that family feeling, and a total stranger in the Mr. Met uniform or Mrs. Met.
Yeah, exactly. They're people in. Sorry, Cam, but they're people in costumes. I mean, these people are doing their jobs, but yet at the same time, they're just that sort of magic. There's always this magic, and you know, every time. And I was telling, you know, and I see that Nancy and MJ came in. And hi, guys. I saw they just came into the live. I was talking with them last night, and I told them, hey, listen, I'm 26 years old, but every time I go see them, I get very excited and giddy when I see them, because, you know, they just bring so much life.
Yes, definitely, brother. First and foremost, I definitely want to say this conversation definitely, you know, hit me in the emotional part of it. And I just want to say that, you know, I'm proud of you for making the decision to continue on and finding something that makes you happy with yourself. You know, and all of us here at Amazing Met Zone, you're not alone ever. You can contact us whenever you want, night or day. We will get back to you as soon as we can. We're here for you, brother. We'll always be here for you, whether it's at the game or outside of the stadium. Don't ever feel that you're alone, because you're not. This is what we are. We're a community of becoming friends, people that build relationships with each other, and we're becoming friends, as well as Vintage Mets would say, a family. We're fans that become friends, and we're here for each other. So we got your back no matter what it is, and you can call us or reach out to us whenever you're feeling in those moments. Don't ever feel that you're alone, because we're here to have your back, brother. And Camren wants to ask you something.
Yeah, sure.
How do you feel for batting practice?
He wants to know how you get on the field for batting practice.
Well, with what I was able to do for a long time, I paid for it. They have like game day tours that you can do and stuff. If you go on the Mets website, I do what's called the line drive experience. So I get to the stadium around like 4 o'clock. They let me in through like the Seaver entrance, and I go through the Clover Club to get on the field. I'm usually standing behind like the warning track. You know, if you go to a game, you see people, you know, behind the plate. Most likely they either, one, got invited by the team, or two, they paid for it. I wasn't, you know, one of those special people, so I paid for it. But, you know, during that process, you know, I got to meet so many amazing people who work for the team. I got to meet Alex Cohen, who's like the sweetest person you could meet. And I told her about, you know, what I just told you guys, and she says the same exact thing. And she's been like the absolute sweetest to talk to. And every time we see each other, we always smile. We always check in with each other, see how we're doing. I got to meet some of the photographers. Of course, you know, seeing one of my favorite security guards, Teddy. I love seeing Teddy at the ballpark. You know, I've seen him ever since I've been to Citi Field for the first time. You know, I love seeing Teddy. You know, when you get to do stuff like this, you know, you get to not only meet, you know, as you mentioned, we are a family. These people are my Mets family, and the people that I've had the opportunity to speak with either online or in person, you know, it just, you know, fills my heart with so much joy that, you know, we share the same interests, you know, because I was, of course, you know, the socially awkward kid in school. I was, you know, I didn't like the same music or the same TV shows that everybody liked. I mean, I'm an old soul. I love classic rock music, and not everybody does.
Classic rock.
Yeah, man.
Journey, you know, I mean, they're awesome groups, man. You're not alone, brother. We're out here too. We're out here too.
Proud soldier of the Kiss Army.
And hearing your story has been such a blessing, because none of us would have known any of this. And we are, I speak for all of Amazing Met Zone and everyone else that's in our chat right now. What a treat this has been to hear your side of this, and you becoming a Met fan, and the way that it's been both mentally and mentally healthy for you, and it made you happy, giving you, you know, exciting things to be excited about, and things that honestly us, even as diehards, we take advantage of.
Oh, yeah.
We take for granted. we just go to games, but this is so huge for you, and it's such a beautiful thing. It just adds another element of beauty to the whole being a diehard thing. So thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, we appreciate that. And one more thing, I just want to say before Camren has 2 more questions for you.
Sure.
Is, that's what this whole thing is about here. Like, we go to games, and like Drodo said, you take for granted what's around you. You never know what a person is going through every day in their life or day to day. You see the fans cheering and screaming, and for that moment, it's the excitement, but you don't know what they're really feeling internally. So, here at Amazing Met Zone, we just want to say to everybody watching, be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else that you're not. Be happy with who you are, whether if you're gay, straight, trans, bi, it doesn't matter. Be yourself. Love who you are. We support you no matter what. This is what we're here for. We're all friends. And we're family, like Amazing Vintage says. And, like anyone in the chat, if you ever feel something in a certain way and you want to reach out to somebody, reach out to us. Reach out to somebody that follows you. You never know. It only takes a couple of seconds or a couple minutes to make someone's day, to make them feel worth something, or, to keep them going, to keep them positive. So also another thing is, with this conversation is amazing. We truly appreciate you opening up to us and the followers watching. We want to set up something before the summer's over.
Oh, yeah.
At City Field, like a little tailgating party for Amazing Met Zone. And we want everyone that follows, tell somebody else, and we all get together. We meet personally, go to the game, and even if we don't sit in our seats and we stay by the bridge and conversate while the game's going on, I think that's something that's needed for all of us, and I think something that we will all appreciate as well.
100%. And be kind. To piggyback onto what Roy said, to everyone following, I know it is what it is. It takes zero effort to be a good person to other people, and because you don't know what the person next to you is going through, and this is a huge example of that. And it's an awakening moment. You know what I mean? Because you could be in the ballpark with someone who really needs to be in the ballpark that day. Yeah, and I think you're an inspiration. I think it took a lot of guts to come in here and open up like that and talk, and couldn't possibly appreciate it more. We got Cam with a couple of
Cam
questions.
has 2 questions.
Yeah, whatever you got. What you got?
I like your setup in the background.
I appreciate it. Thanks. It's what I do.
I on TikTok.
He likes your setup in the background, and he just followed you on TikTok.
Well, very much appreciated, my dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, I mean, this was something very special, and I'm very happy to be a Mets fan, and I will live and die a Mets fan. I will, I'm actually contemplating next year on getting season tickets. It's something I've never done it before, but it's something that I've wanted to do, and I think hopefully with my next opportunity, because I'm actually in between jobs right now, I'm actually looking to become even more dedicated fan.
I love it. And we're here for it, man. There's no shortage of Mets knowledge. You ever have a question or anything, you hit us up. We'll be here. Hopefully, listen, Vintage is having that viewing party next month.
Hell yeah.
We're all going to be there. Come meet up with us.
Vintage, please come.
We'll hang out. I think it's a bar room.
Absolutely. I'll make room, and I'll see what happens.
Beautiful place. It's going to be called Murphy's Bar. Vintage is there. It's his viewing party, but we'll all be there, man. Come hang out with us. We'd love to see you and talk more in person.
Of course.
But thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming in. We couldn't possibly appreciate you more. We're going to have to do this again sometimes. I have a feeling like we'll be working together in the future, of course.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for all your time. Next up, we have Drew Minotti to talk about the experience with Brandon Nimmo tomorrow. So thank you so much, Hirsh.
Hirsh, we appreciate you, brother. Reach out to us.
Thanks so much. Peace and love, guys.
All right, bro?
Absolutely. Peace and love. Peace and love.
All right, man.
Family.
It's all family. That's right. Next up, we got Drew Minotti. What an experience he had as Styles taps in Drew here. What an experience everyone had.
Wow, yeah, that was something special there. We didn't expect that, but we appreciate it, and we're so thankful. Julie, I don't know if you tapped in yet. You got it?
Ooh, that was a bad move. Okay. Princess Unicorn?
No, that's not. We waited for Drew.
Drew, tap in, Drew Minotti. I stood up, bro. It's not an easy thing to do right now. I need you to tap in.
He's gonna move
I'm
over
roughing
to the
it.
middle.
But anyway, so they went and they got to meet Brandon Nimmo last night. Incredible experience.
I have some things to show you guys.
Not Drew.
Oh, Drew Minotti's in there. Cameron, at the end, it's gonna be me and you after we talk with Drew Minotti.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just show my jersey?
Then you could show the people.
So yesterday this was a giveaway, jersey giveaway.
They can't see it. It's cut off. So when
Alright.
the tap out comes
Yeah,
off.
when the
At
tap
the end, at the end.
Yo, Drew Minotti 82, what's good, bro?
What up, fellas? What's happening?
What's up, brother? What's up, brother?
Chilling.
Princess,
Drodo, it's good.
no, we're not ignoring you. I don't want you to think we're ignoring you at all.
No, that was a good conversation.
That we're trying to go by. So if we don't get to you today, we'll have you tap into a live another time. We'll set it up for you to tap into the live, and we'll make time for you.
And then we got Vintage in the Mets saying, I'm going to ask the owner, Cam, I promise. He said, how you feeling, Drodo?
Thank you so much.
I feel very happy to be back, Vintage. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate all the love and support, of course, as always. Jersey's fire, Cam loves it. Hirsh says you should bring Mr. and Mrs. Met to the outing.
That would be
That
really
would be
cool.
awesome.
That would be really cool
And especially Mason came there.
as well.
This guy.
But there's probably going to be a game, I'd imagine.
Oh, that's right. It's a viewing party. So yeah, there will be a game.
Anyway.
But you could bring your Mr. and Mrs. Met along, and we'll all take pictures with them, Hirsch. So that's a good idea as well.
Yeah.
Drew, what's good, baby?
What's happening, fellas? Got another W. Got another W tonight. It's, rolling through this American League. It's nice, man.
Let's see what happens, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about
That game.
last night.
Yeah, I mean, what a game. I mean, the play on the field. The
It
play
was
on the
hot.
field was good. I mean, it was hot. It was definitely hot. It was a nail biter. It was.
Our pitching was horrible yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we've been talking about for months now.
We just want to
Cookie
see
was okay.
Yeah, Cookie was good.
God,
God more like snot.
God needs to go back to Seattle.
yeah. But anyway, off that. So
Yeah,
it was
but I mean,
it was
like-
very
Great
exciting,
pass.
stressful, and then exciting.
Out
oh yeah,
the home run.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we're gonna have a moment to talk about the game in a few minutes here, though. Drew, this is the thing we want to hear about, and what I think everyone's wondering is, what was this like meeting Nimmo? Like, how did this go? Like, this was your artwork that created this whole thing. So let's talk about the inspiration behind the picture and how this all came to life.
yeah. I mean, this is like we all chat. Us Amazing Met Zone. We always talk about like different ideas and different things, and usually when something happens in a game or something like that, like we all kind of like piggyback on each other and talk about what we can make. Just one night, I was just thinking about Brandon Nimmo and just the type of character he is and the type of guy he is, and I was like, this guy's perfect, and I try to look at different wrestlers to see like kind of like Pete Alonso's like Hulk Hogan, like Bret the Hitman Hart is Brett Beatty, like we kind of like go through different wrestlers, and I don't know, man, it just like worked out perfect because I saw, the picture of Mr. Perfect and Bobby Heenan, and I was like, wow, man, that's like perfect for him and Buck. Like, why not, and it's, we make so many designs that like, that was just kind of like, we made it and it didn't forget about it, but at the same time, it was like in the back of my head. And then, Roy hit me up one day and I was like, I was dumbfounded when Mrs. Nimmo, asked him if they can use one of our designs on a shirt. And like, I was just, so proud, like just the fact that she's watching us. And then on top of that, like asked our permission to use one of the graphics for a shirt. It was just like surreal. It definitely was surreal.
It was crazy because at first the notification had popped up and I said, Chelsea, whatever, Nimmo. I was like, wait a minute, is this? No. So then when I checked it, it said under the picture, I need this on a shirt. Can we make this happen? So right away, I was like, wow, okay, this is happening. So I wrote back to her And I said, yeah, of course we can make it happen. Then I text Drew, I said, and I sent him the screenshot of it. And she initially, she just wanted the template of the shirt. I mean, of the picture, okay, so she can put it on the shirt. So I figured from us as a gift from them reaching out to us and giving us the opportunity, we would take it, a step further and gift them the shirts. So I spoke with Drew and we went over some things and he cleaned up the picture and everything, and we took it to the print shop, the shirt store. They airbrushed a couple of things, cleaned up a little more things, and then like a week later, here we are. The shirts are made, and we were able to, me, Drew, Cam, and Mrs. Metmom last night were able to present them to Brandon because Miss Nimmo wasn't there last night. She wasn't going to be at the stadium, but she had DM'd us and told us that and said if we wanted to, we can give them to Brandon. And, she was thankful very much so. And she actually wrote us today and said when Brandon got home, she was in bed sleeping. And but this morning she got to see the shirts and that they came out amazing and she was thankful. And that next week, I think, I got to go back and check, but I believe it was something along the lines of next week, a couple of friends are getting together and they're all going to wear funny Brandon Nimmo shirts.
Wow, that's awesome.
So she was excited to be able to wear the shirt. And she said that when they wear them, they would do us the favor and take pictures and tag us in this.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, and like can't even describe what a class act. Like, I mean, Brandon Nimmo, like the way he presents himself, like it seems like you're just talking to a friend from high school. Like last night when he pulled up, like not to like put any of the other players down, but like all the other players just waved to us, like kind of drove by. Brandon Nimmo stopped, talked to there was a group of girls ahead of us and like took pictures with them, asked them if the pictures were good. Like he was like, oh, if it's blurry, I'll take another one. You know what I mean? Like, and like he was just such a nice guy. Like I know people like appear to be that way, and like maybe like when you meet them, like I've done that before. I met like celebrities or professional athletes, and like that you hold them in this high regard, and they're not a good person. Like Brandon Nimmo is a genuinely good person. Like he was so nice. He was talking to Cam, like Cam was cracking him up, of course, like amazing Cam always does. And we just hit it off. Like I said, I felt like I was talking to a buddy that I'd known my whole life. And he was so appreciative, and just like he was thanking us. I'm like, thank you, man. Thank you for all you do, man. Like you do so much, and it couldn't be a better guy to have that Mr. Perfect title.
Absolutely. I remember when you dropped that picture, Drew. When you made it, I think that was because you always got to try and, like, when writing the captions, I always got to try to, like, fit in, like, the theme of the picture into it. And Mr. Perfect was about the easiest thing to possibly do, Brandon Nimmo. Because he is. What more of a stand-up guy could you ever ask for on a baseball team? No drama, nice guy, good values, great player, all in on the Mets, bleeds orange and blue. He signed me a ball and wrote. Yeah. I wasn't there.
Personalized it for Dro,
Yeah,
and like I mean,
we actually have it on film. We were telling him that Drew was right there with me. We told him, we have a buddy that wanted to be here really bad tonight, but unfortunately he had just, got out of the hospital. If he was able to sign anything, and him out of the kindness of his heart was like, do you want me to personalize it to him? Yeah. Tell me what you want to say. We told him, he signed it to Drodo, or everything. You can't ask for a more class act of a guy than Brandon Nimmo.
You literally can't not love him. Also, I see in the chat, shout out Grant Pecora, shout out Jenny Metz. Yep. If you're one of the very few people that's not following Jenny Metz, follow Jenny Metz. He's the man. There's some fun, exciting stuff coming up.
Yeah, there's some things in the works.
We love Grant. Grant's a huge supporter of us. We were the small fish in the pond. We're still kind of a smaller fish in the pond, and this big great white shark of that page that he runs on Twitter is all about us, and he shows us nothing but love from day one.
And we appreciate that,
so we
brother.
love you, Grant.
So yeah, next week, be on the lookout, because we're gonna have some exciting news coming up with Grant. So we got something in the work with Grant, and be prepared, because it's gonna be something really cool. And so stay tuned and make sure that you tune in next week for that.
Absolutely, and nothing but good things. And Drew, I know we mention it every week, bro, and we mention it like a lot in the chat and everything. And huge thank you for all that you do, bro. And your creativity and the stuff that you put together. I noticed when we started the live that this page has 498 posts on it. You probably made 460 or 470 of those pictures. So, you know, huge thanks to what you do.
I mean, it is truly a team effort. Like, I know I'm the one who, like, actually sits there and does the graphics, but, like, we collaborate all the time. And, like, I'm very humble. Like, you know, people who say they like the graphics, I'm like, you know, it takes me back. Like, even, like, we were saying how Miss Nimmo, you know, reached out to us. Like, that was, like, it's such a proud moment. But, like, it's a team effort. Like, we do this together, and, you know, I don't take 100% of the credit ever. You know, it's always us, like, feeding the ideas, you know, like, I mean, it's fun, man. It's so much fun. I tell people that all the time. Like, I don't ever feel like this is work. Like, this is just, like, you know, a bunch of Met fans just having fun every night, just, like, BSing with each other, like, just, like, you know, just, like, busting on each other, like, sorry, Roy,
Pause that.
Yeah, we you know, we have fun. We have fun.
Fun of each other, like Drew said. It's a collaborative effort, and you know, I mean, from morning to night, you know, sometimes 7 in the morning, or you know, midnight, 1 in the morning, we're still working on things, and it's cool.
I might know it's a little late, but Nimmo came around like 12 something in the morning. I thought he was gone.
You know, a guy like, I mean, he's dedicated. Like, he worked out after the game and then came out and was still, like, I mean, he wasn't, like, grumpy or anything like that. He was so nice. He, like, you know, he couldn't ask for a better individual to be, like, I mean, I know we don't have a captain, but, like, I think he would be the closest thing to a
That's our
captain.
captain.
That's like who
Zone is branding
Nimmo's captain.
Nimmo as captain of the Mets.
I like that. He said, Grant Flora, by the way, shout out Jenny Metz, of course, shared our video. And a bunch of other people on Twitter have shared our video. Also, to those of us who are in the chat who don't have a Twitter, we have a Twitter. So follow us, follow Jenny Metz on Twitter. Get on Twitter as well. We're both there. 11.9K views on that video that we took with Brandon Nimmo.
Yeah.
You see that? That's really.
Oh, Mesh Mom, Drew. Mesh Mom has an idea. What was the idea? She said we gotta make shirts that says
Nimmo
for captain.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like almost like a presidential one. Like with like almost like what you're wearing, like the, you know, like Nimmo for, you know, for president, but like Nimmo for captain.
You know,
yeah, I'll work on that. I'll work on that tonight.
I just a hard time imagining, because David Wright was that guy.
Yeah.
The guy. So you have such a hard time with anybody following those shoes and those footsteps, as far as being like that good of a person, no drama, that great of a player consistently. Like, Nimmo's it.
Yeah.
He's got every box that you can check as far as like what you're looking for to be like that quote unquote guy on the team, because David Wright was kind of the same way. He's not like a big boss, like bulldog, assertive, mean guy. He's just sweetheart. Yeah. And everyone just loved him and respected him. And Nimmo,
real quick too, I want to shout out Nancy and MJ. They're in the chat. They, you know, I met up with them last night. J Mac Customs is, I mean, he's an inspiration, definitely like a mentor to me. Like, he helps me out with all my, you know, my graphics, my edits. And then of course, I mean, I, you know, got to see Alex Cohen last night in the team store.
Talk about that, bro.
And yo, man, like, I mean, I met her last year, the day before the Old Timers game in the team store, and she's like, talk about class act, man. Like, you can walk up to her and like she'll just talk to anybody. Like, I don't know any owner in any other professional sports who will like just relate to the fans the way she does. Like, she's just so approachable, so cool. Like, I mean, I know J Mac was talking to her like earlier in the day. He hooked her up with some artwork, and she was so appreciative. Like, she's not phony at all. Like, she's so genuine. Like, she's like right in that same line, cut from the same cloth as Nimmo. You know, like she's just so cool. Like, and like, you know, me and my cousin took pictures with her. She was like, you know, complimenting my shirt, like just like stupid stuff. You know, stuff like that you wouldn't think an owner would do. You know, like you think like an owner just, especially when we're used to the coupons, sitting in their booth, like not talking to anybody. Like, you know, having these owners, like that's why, like when we're down and we're, you know, 5-game losing streak or whatever like that, I always still think of our owners and say like, these guys got our back.
Yeah.
And that's what she said. She was like, thank you guys so much for coming. I know like it hasn't been easy lately. Like, thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys. And I'm like, yo, thank you. Like, thank you for taking this team out of the gutter and making us like, you know, where we should be. You know, we're New York. Like, this is where the team should be, is, you know, a relevant team and a team that has owners that care about their fans and care about the team.
Absolutely.
And we didn't have that for so long.
And with about 8 minutes left.
Yeah, my bad. I'll keep talking.
Speaking of the team, you guys were there last night. It was a pretty dramatic game.
It was nail biting.
It was big, and I remember texting you like, "Oh, they're winning big. They're blowing it up. This is great. It's going to be a blowout." And then it ended up being a little dramatic towards the end. So, I mean,
like what did Cam just say?
Yeah, I mean, that must have been electric to a certain extent.
What did Cam just say about Gott?
What did you want to say?
You said Gott's not or something like that?
We might go to 10:04 because we started at like 9:04.
Oh, he's saying that we started the live a couple minutes later, so we might be able to go over because he wants to show us.
No, but he said something before. He made a comment about Gott. He was like, Gott's not.
He wants to show everybody a couple things that he got.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Cam's a star, man.
No.
Yeah, even yesterday at the ballpark, people recognize Cam before you recognize me and Roy. Like, that's for sure. Like, Cam's a star. That's what it comes down to.
So,
and this guy, he knows it. He was cracking Nimmo up. Nimmo was like, before we were about to leave, Cam's like, yo, well, let me get some game use gloves, game use anything. He's like, all right, I got you. I was like, this guy, man, like balls on this guy, man. He has no fear. He'll just say whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if it's.
We know you don't care.
Yeah, he'll take a piece of Nimmo's hair. He puts it in a Ziploc bag.
He said that. He was like, I'll take anything. I'll take anything. I'll take whatever you got.
Yeah. Give me your toenail clipping. I'll put it
like vintage Mets just said, closed mouth don't get fed. That's right, man. I mean, he gets it from his dad. I know his mom is the same way too. I mean, his mom, Cam's lucky. He's got two awesome parents.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Yes,
we try our best.
Yeah. And last but not least, Drodo, I'm so happy you're back.
Yes,
you're here.
Bless,
you're on the couch. You look healthy. You know, like it was scary for a little bit, but talk about dedication. I mean, this guy was writing captions from the hospital bed and always trying to get involved. And we're all telling him yo, take a break. He's like, no, I got to do this. I'm like, yo, relax. He was trying to go to the game last night.
Game yesterday.
Yeah.
Just get out of the hospital yesterday.
He would have came to the game with like an IV in his arm. He was ready to go.
I still have the.
Yeah.
Still got the break.
But yeah, no, I mean,
I remember
I'm so happy.
I was typing a caption to one of the pictures, and I was like in it because you gotta be in it for a second to figure it out. I remember hang on 1 second. And she's like, what are you doing? I was like, just give me 2 seconds. And then I sent it, and I was like, okay, what's going on? I had the nurse waited, but no, thank you so much, man. The love and support between not just the Amazing Met Zone group, but our followers, other people, it has been unbelievable. So I appreciate all of it. I love you all, 100%.
Metsype said my guy brought the Met set in the hospital bed.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
Did you see what vintage?
Shout out to the wife and kids, man. I know it's not easy, and the wife has to deal with you up all night and doing all kinds of editing.
He was up till 3 in the morning yesterday.
Yeah, I was up till 3 in the morning trying to edit the videos and clean them up and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. That's the time I do my work when my kids are sleeping, my wife is sleeping.
I woke up in the middle of the night, and he was like,
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we put sweat equity into this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there is one way to make stuff work, and it is with the sweat equity.
I know I was all jacked up too, just meeting Nimmo. Like I know Roy was on. We like not just meeting Nimmo, but like giving him that piece of artwork of ours. Like that was cool, man. And like I couldn't go to sleep. I was wide awake.
Brimming.
Yeah, of course.
Brimming 365 said, "Can you tell Cam to put those guns away?"
That's right.
You gotta go like this, Cam.
Yeah.
Get him.
Oh, yeah. What you gonna do? What amazing Cam comes running for you. Oh, man.
Yeah, he's like Scott Steiner right there.
Yeah,
Big
right.
Papa Pump.
I
Yeah.
love it. Cam, save some ladies for the rest of us.
Yeah.
That's right.
This guy.
Big ladies to the gun show. What's happening?
Phil, how you feeling, bro? Hope you feeling better, man.
I love it, man. But no, what a great moment. And sometimes, and you're such a great guy. It wasn't even like the affirmation for him. Because I texted you last night. I was like, this was your edit, bro. Like, congratulations. This is a huge moment for you.
Freezing up a little.
Nah, it's not even about that. It's a team thing. And I'm like, you know what? Hats off, brother. It's always a salute when it comes to that. Why are we spinning?
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
he's frozen. Okay.
I thought you guys were frozen. I thought I was frozen.
No, I thought you were frozen.
I think we were both frozen. I think it was those guns. It was Cam's
That's what
guns. He broke the internet.
The metal feedback.
He was flexing and he broke the internet.
Yeah, he was shooting bullets through the phone.
Settle down.
But no, we'll always be here. This train's not going to stop rolling, ladies and gentlemen. You
Until we're at Citi Field.
100% now. It's about that time. We're coming close towards the end here.
Cam, if you want to go get your stuff.
Okay.
Because this is wild. So I'm 31 years old, ladies and gentlemen. I am the youngest member of the Amazing Mets.
Good night, J-Mac Customs.
No, I am.
Well, Cam's the youngest.
Yeah,
member.
besides me.
I'm the youngest
Adult.
in the Amazing Met family. This kid has things happen to him that I could not have even dreamed about when I was younger, and it's because the apple didn't fall far from the tree. He's an expert.
This guy, look at him.
You know what I mean? But what do we got? He's at a whole spread.
So, I got a Francisco Lindor foul ball.
From yesterday's game, right?
No. The thing was in the bag. And I got a Pete Alonso threw me a ball. They're sitting in first base.
Big Pete.
Got the seeds.
And then I got Justin Verlander's gum wrapper.
How did that come about, Cam? How did that come about? I need to know. Did you just pick it up on?
Yeah, he asked him if he wanted a piece.
Oh,
and then he gave it to him, and then Verlander had the wrapper, and he took the wrapper and put it in his pocket.
Oh, I
love
that.
So he could save it.
And Max Scherzer's barbecue sunflower seeds.
I love it.
the only reason how I got them, so when they won, I saw Scherzer like this. So the bat didn't go over the net. If it did, I got it. But the seeds came out. So the dugout's right there, say. He throws the bag. He throws the bag. I'm like.
So basically, when they won the game, Scherzer threw the bag of seeds up, and the seeds went everywhere. And then Camren grabbed the seeds and he saved them so he could put in a Ziploc bag. And he has Max Scherzer's
barbecue.
That's a level of diehard.
Yeah.
That is a level of diehard that if you were a fan of the Mets from 1962, some people aren't that level of diehard.
Yeah.
You know?
Then Nimmo's rookie signature and his signature now.
Oh, and shout out to Sorelli also. We met him yesterday, great guy.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to meet up again at another game. He was really cool.
And then this is Drodo signed
And that
ball.
was the ball that Nimmo signed for Drodo.
To Dro.
I love that. I will cherish and keep that ball forever.
All right, so we're winding down. It's 9:59. Jumanati, we love you, brother. We appreciate you. Shout out Mets Hype. Shout out Phil from Shirley, Dro, me, Cam, Mess Mom, Hirsch.
Don't forget Hirsch.
We can't forget Hirsch. This was one
Bless
of the
these Mets,
best
fellas. Bless
that
these
we
Mets.
had.
Let's go.
This was the
Let's
best.
go.
Yep.
Never say die. Never say die.
Never
That's it.
ever say die.
Let's go.
Tonight, the Mets won the series. We had great people on the
We
live
did?
tonight.
Turn this chapter. Let's go, man.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on. We can do it.
Thank you
Let's
all for
push.
tuning in.
And-
Next Wednesday, 9 p.m., same place, same time, same people. We love you all. Thank you so much for your love and support.
And then my Nick Met jersey.
Yeah,
Cam's going to keep going for another hour.
Ladies and Met Zone, we're signing out. Friends of Flushing. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Next week, boys.
Love you all.
Vintage, let me come to the bar.